Alright, we're gonna try out the Lich... we're gonna try out the Lich King. Let's see if we can win the Death Knight Mirrors that we're going to face on repeat with Arthas.
Will serve me in death.
Mining Casualty seems good. Unliving Champion also pretty good. I've not seen what Dr. Boom does yet. This looks like it's some sort of mech deck. Does he summon Boombots at? During friendly mech die, shuffle a bomb into your opponent. Ooh, that sounds fun.
Job's done.
And then this summons a Boombot? Okay. So just, it's kind of aggro and just shuffles a bunch of bombs. I want that to die, and I want to, like, activate the Unliving Champion anyway. So that I can generate enough corpses for the Malignant Hooer. So far, so good. This is actually extremely clean.
Fight until you can't no more.
Ouch. I guess I'll just take 4. Like that famous jazz song, Take 4. Didn't realize it was about boombots.
To the undead.
What if we just went face here? I mean, they do have a lot of health, but we've got a lot of stuff on board. And trying to clean up a Snip Snap is pretty annoying anyway. Yeah, I want to get to 3 corpses for the sake of the Yumajar. Actually, I want to get to 4 corpses for the sake of these fellows.
Finally, my ancestors are here.
I think it's summon order, so it'll probably be this one that goes off. Since this is a copy. Okay, bye. That was a lot better than the Leroy that I was trying earlier so far.
The Lich King versus Arthas.
Alright, here we go.
In death.
These generate corpses, this spends them. Like, we're just gonna have to accept that we need to figure out a way to beat Arthas no matter what deck we're playing. Or if a deck is going to be playable right now, that's the reality of it. This is pretty sticky. And, like, has the capacity to generate 3 corpses. I think that might justify a coin on Living Champion here. I go trade. There you go. Jesus.
This realm of death is filled with
Really feels like there's just nothing that beats Arthas right now. I don't think a health total change will do anything. It's just the deck is head and shoulders above everything else.
Can't stand the cold.
To like an absurd level that has been maybe never seen in any Hearthstone format before. And I don't think that that's like being hyperbolic. I think it's just the reality of it. I think I still just have to go face and pray. These regenerate a lot of corpses, right? They basically pay the corpses back that we use to summon them. So it's kind of like getting a free 4/4. But like even some of the most broken decks. How did they get that twice? What? Am I taking crazy pills? Have they already finished an entire excavate?
Me have that. You, my ancestors are here.
This is outrageous.
Take a good look. You ain't never seen a lot of
I'm not playing against Arthas anymore. I'm done.
All life must end.
That is actually unbelievable. For the rest, until something changes, I am simply auto-conceding against Arthas. There's no point in playing out the game for a 30% chance at winning. And that's considering the mirror. So, less than a 30% chance of winning for most decks. Like, some of the best decks in the history of constructed Hearthstone have had a 60% win rate, and that required emergency intervention. A 70% win rate is just unbelievable. It's untenable. There's no point in playing. So I am just not going to engage with it so that I can continue enjoying the format.
The Lich
All right, Reform is fun.
versus Reform.
You are just in time demonstration of my genius.
Let's keep this just so that we have it, and then generate corpses this way. We're not necessarily just slamming the Acolyte of Death on curve, though, since we do only have one of, so it's like, I don't want to necessarily give up on one of my only draw engines in this deck. I kept one card. That's honestly not bad on curve behind a mining casualties. In addition to the 4 corpses we just generated. Oof, they drew the bad card. It's also a good card for me. If I do start to fall behind a bit, it can help offset that.
Just on my death we have a living.
To battle! To battle!
This realm of death is filled with souls.
Let's deal with that before it becomes a problem.
The Ariel is slain.
But I do have 2 of these. Okay.
One more death can't hurt. That feels good. To battle!
So I used to, like, I think every other deck that I played, I didn't even bother looking at the deck list. I think every other deck that I've played has been exclusively one of, so I'm not mad, but a little bit surprised, I suppose.
Run for help!
Let's see what we get here. That's good enough, I suppose. And then just start making tokens to generate more minions. Made 3 8/8s on that turn.
Time to light a fire underneath.
That's one of the few things that can maybe respond here.
No gems is good for really good game.
Okay. It's kind of like a lay down the law. Actually, it's better than a lay down the law, isn't it?
It's highly infectious.
These are undead, right? Cool. In my experience with Rafam, he doesn't have the best time healing back up. Or, like, dealing with wide boards like this. Like, wide boards, it has no Melia. Healing, honestly, not a whole lot, so the early pressure is pretty important and often ends up being, like, sticky. The damage. one answer to a wide board, I suppose. Let's see what we get here. One damage off legal. Well, I found some healing. Could be more healing. But not playable this turn.
The Lich King versus Alakir.
Winds, obey my command.
1, 2, 3.
All will serve me in.
It's a lot of corpse generators, but not a lot of corpse spenders yet. But surely we'll draw the rest of them. Or we'll just keep drawing corpse generators. There's a corpse spender. Could be worth using that as early as next turn. Especially with how gross the crop rotation looks right now.
This realm of death is filled with sorrow.
Probably want to find a kill before, like, turn 6, if I can. Or at least around that time, set up something that resembles lethal. So that, get obliterated by Scar.
And closer.
Job done.
Decent chance instead Lightning Storm just kind of wrecks me off of the elemental allies.
You will bleed as we have been broken.
Okay.
Your treasure.
Definitely worse outcomes off of that for me. Jeez, I cannot catch a break on these draws right now. Nothing to spend all these corpses on. I'm just gonna lose this board anyway, so I might as well go face. but I think we're cooked from here. I didn't get card draw. I didn't get. I got one singular card to spend corpses on. I don't have a realistic way back onto this board. Still nothing to spend corpses on. And we're officially behind on board, so not at all the position this deck wants to be in. Like, there's also just sincerely nothing to spend 25 corpses on that is meaningful enough to get through from here. Jesus. Just sincerely the worst trust. From, like, I had a really good opener, and then just hit the worst top decks for the rest of the game.
Will serve me in death.
Okay, let's keep these two together. Seems like a good way to actually make a relevant board. Fortunately, we missed on our early game this time, so it's kind of the opposite issue that I had last game.
Converting stored energy.
Could choose to coin a crop rotation into the Deathbringer. No need. I guess we're taking 4 again. Question here is, do I want to coin the Lingering Zombie or try and save the coin for the Scourge? I think I'd rather go for the Lingering Zombie here to have a decent chance at like being able to protect the Malignant Horror a little bit better. So we bump, then play the Horror. Jeez, always 4s? Speaking of 4s, though. I wonder if they have to forge here. Oh. That was pretty unlucky for me.
One more death can't hurt.
Let's start drawing our way towards these bombs. Okay.
Finally, my ancestors are useful.
Let's do this so we actually have board space for both of the minions that we summon here. Otherwise we kind of waste the 4/4, which is the whole point of spending the corpses.
Powering up. Portals online.
Oh my god, I forgot about that nerf. Mm-hmm. We have lethal.
The Lich King versus Cthulhu.
My dreaming ends. Your nightmare begins. All will serve.
I think I like just making sure that I have a corpse spender. Because not having one has been the bane of this deck's existence. Okay, now I have all corpse spenders, but that's fine. Just use the hero power to generate corpses.
Are you my master?
This realm of death is filled with sorrow.
Just need this to die next turn, and the Tomb Guardians is active. If not, I can just play the Deathbringer.
Oops, I grabbed it.
Okay.
Enough bloodshed.
Awkward shape.
Finally, my ancestors are useful.
Next turn is probably just hero power in the second Deathbringer.
I'll protect this world.
Enough bloodshed.
Weak will. My ancestors are
Okay, this is active again now. And this is likely to be active next turn. They haven't really done much in terms of... This makes 3 minions. Unfortunately, they can just kill... Never mind. Okay, that no coin Cthulhu on 7 at least. Definitely could have killed that without generating value for me. Let's go here to get to 6/6s.
Death do us part.
We're starting to fall a little bit behind here in terms of resources. Hopefully the Scourge can make up for that. And their cartoon is pretty big. I think I need to save this in case it gets just tempoed down. And that's the one that gets me corpses.
Me have that for you.
So hold this. I imagine the Cthulhu just comes down here, right? 1919 is pretty big. It doesn't put me in a position where I can...
Let's make magic.
Okay. I'm wrong.
Behold, jewels of the sound.
Especially with taunt. Kind of feels like that Cthulhu wanted to come down here. Okay, I guess they're just trying to survive. Which also makes sense.
Betrays you.
This is good protection against the Cthulhu. Honestly, pretty good hits. Like, all things considered, great hits. Oof. What a top deck. Cthulhu stay losing, I guess.
The Lich King!
Nope. No, thank you. I'm enjoying myself way too much to participate in this nonsense.
The Lich King!
First patches I've ever seen.
Patches!
It's the Connections Hero Power art.
Will serve me.
I think I'm gonna have enough corpses for a corpse farm. It's really tempting though, just because it's like good. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it just because the hero power itself generates a lot of corpses, and again, we need a corpse spender. If you summon a, I wish Deal 1 damage to a random enemy. Draw a pirate. Cost reduces by 1 after you play. Holy.
And they're close enough.
This looks like it could be difficult to maintain a board advantage against. It is only after you play a pirate, though, right? Summon a pirate. Oh, God. This is after you play a pirate. And should have the capacity to make double 3/3 next turn at worst.
Love the feel of wind in me sails.
Okay, so we probably just shoot that down with the Googleizer here. Or I could go Heart Strike, Hero Power to save up for a Corpse Farm. That will get me to 2... I think I actually like that, because then I can just go Body Bagger, Corpse Farm next turn. Spend 7 corpses, which will get me very close to a Stitch Giant already. I especially like it into this play. It's very low tempo from the opponent, unless they hit like exactly a Dread Corsair here.
Me have that for you.
Yeah, 7 drops are pretty bad, but I do get the Risen Skeleton at least. And next turn we're likely to have Eulogizer into Hero Power when we do something like this Arms Dealer Hero Power on the follow-up.
Someone's gotta lead the charge.
X marks the spot.
Okay. Why aren't they Hero Powering in here?
Wait for me!
Best Pirate Rogue Order NA. I think the patience on this Eulogizer really paid off. And also just like giving ourselves or the opponent a chance to missequence things also probably good for me.
Pirates away!
It is amazing how Patches does incorporate some of the most frustrating parts of constructed pirate decks, so. Just the random cannon shots are reminding me of the awful Questline Warrior days.
One more death can't hurt.
Enough.
Oh, it's after it dies. I was sitting there patiently waiting for my draw that was never coming. Donk. Okay. Good order this time from the opponent. Probably want to go hero power, play the corpse bride. Or I could just draw into rune and it's of darkness for a potential lethal out.
Sink, swim, it's
mind.
all the same.
Holy. Oh, that's a draw. Let's kill this one. I feel like it has the most potential to do silly things. And then we just make 3 8/8s again. One of which has taunts. Taunt.
Set sail for sails!
Incredible. They're gonna miss the hero power again. Amazing.
Abandon ship!
The Lich King versus Leroy the Legend. Leroy Jenkins.
All will serve me in death.
Seems like a good hand against Leroy. I can play all of these 3 on turn 1 in response, or I can just hold the coin for the corpse bride.
Leroy Jenkins.
A red sun rises.
Let's do this. Yeah, me have that for you.
This is now officially better than any draw I've ever gotten in my limited experience playing Leroy. I would have loved to have not had to use the coin there, just so that I could get to the corpse bride faster, but I'll figure it out.
None may steal our secrets.
Jenkins.
Yeah, just clean that off, I suppose. Don't let me down this time. 7 drops. You did not let me down. Incredible.
The future is ours.
Hand of a doll?
Behold the tools of
That Luna needs to die, I think. It may not be possible for that to happen. It is not possible for that to happen. That is just absolutely devastating and probably game losing. Yeah, that's just brutal. I had a lot of options that would have answered that. Eulogizer, oftentimes Runes of Darkness, Heart Strike, obviously Fist.
Behold the tools of creation. Behold the tools of creation.
And now they just kind of get infinite cards for the rest of the game until I'm able to kill it. Which appears to be now.
And close enough.
Death do us part.
They didn't use the hero power last turn. Like they could have led with the hero power into the Funk Fin. I wonder what the rationale for that was.
The makers.
Just unbelievably bad top decks once again.
And close enough.
Wow. Like that was basically not drawing a card this turn.
May the light grant you.
Meanwhile, the opponent's drawing infinity cards per turn. And still trading. What? Okay.
One more death can't hurt.
Please draw me into something good here. Oh my god.
This realm of death is filled with sorrow.
Why are they trading? Like, now they need to trade into this for sure.
At least I have chicken.
What is the hand? I thought for sure I'd lost that game, man.
The Lich King.
We go again.
Leroy the Legend. Leroy Jenkins.
Okay.
Will serve
1, 2.
in
Well, 1, 1, coin 2, and then hope to get the Stitch Giant down. Basically, hope we're able to protect the Malignant Whore well enough to like get it to stick for a turn. Yeah, that's kind of an issue for what we have set up here, but I'm still going with it. We get 4 corpses from these, and so we'll still be able to get the Malignant Whore. And then I don't want to show this weapon just yet, because it might change some of their attacks.
Easier to draw blood than starches.
Okay, so it doesn't get the rush. Holy trades.
That feels good.
You shall suffer.
So this happens, so they don't get infinity cards. I think I actually use the Tomb Guardians now, because again, that lines up better into these attacks, and the taunts just kind of like repay the corpses.
Not on my watch.
You have to read this one. To the library!
Run for help!
My health total is a resource. This allows me to get the 8/8 down.
The future is ours. Behold the tools of creation.
Oof. That's a lot of cards.
Behold the tools of creation.
Bing bong.
Behold the tools of creation.
The sea floor be its own treasure.
Need to be careful about how I position my board because of the fear of Keeper's Strength. Yeah, especially with that card.
I feel empty inside.
So I need to think about how these numbers are going to work out. And if I even want to play the Malignant Horror here. I don't think I do. So this goes upstairs every time. I've got 20... 21, 25 damage. This goes upstairs. Take the Luna off the board. Let's hold this in case we need to fist a Keeper minion next turn. And we've got a pretty strong position established here. Obviously, we could still lose it to hero power minion keeper strength.
A red
So that's
sun
the only thing that I'm looking and interested in playing around here. Predictable.
Fight until you can't no more.
Going all in there could have left me in a really, really weak position.
At least I have chicken.
All right, pretty good. I think that's probably good enough for this deck. Just don't play against Arfis, and you'll enjoy the game mode a lot more.